If you're still waiting to feel confident before you do something that you never did before, you might as well slap yourself to wake up from your delusion. What's up, Gene? This word to be great. Confidence will never fall out the sky. It's not some feeling that's just going to happen. You have to do something to be confident. And this is the third video of my video series, How to Be Confident. And what we're going to focus on in this video is how to build unshakable confidence through resilience. Now, resilience is that bounce back power. It's when you have the ability to keep going despite adversity. So what we're going to talk about are 3 things that's going to help you to become resilient so you can be able to develop that unshakable confidence. The first thing is you have to choose resilience over comparison. When I first started shooting video, I started looking at other speakers who shot video. And I remember looking at them and saying, wow, they're confident. They're doing very well. They're very successful. And what I could have done in that situation is allowed their success to cause me to give up because I wasn't at the level that they were at. But instead, I chose resilience over comparison. I told myself, you know what? I may not be at their level, but I'm going to do the best I can. Every day, I'm going to get better and better at video. Now, I've had many videos that flopped, actually thousands of them. But because I've chose resilience over comparison, today I speak with confidence. Today I can do a whole video in one take because I chose resilience over comparison. And if you are comparing yourself to somebody's doing something you want to do, and you're looking at them, you saying, why are they so confident? Why are they successful? What you're looking at is their outcome. You're not thinking about the fact they had to be resilient. They had to put months and years into their craft. And you're going to have to do the same thing. So if you want to develop that or build that unshakable confidence, you have to choose to be resilient over comparison. 2, choose resilience over toxic people. Listen, you will always have toxic people. They can be family members, they can be friends, and in the situation I'm going to talk about, they can be co-workers. You see, when I was working on myself to one day come out and be a speaker, to be able to make videos, to write books, I used to sit in my cubicle every day when I was at work, and I would read books after I was done with all my productivity. Now, I had a co-worker that sat in the cubicle across from me. She was a lot older than me. And one day she said to me, she said, Gene, why you always read those books? I said, I'm reading books because I'm going to start my own company. I'm going to start my own brand. She said, well, my sister did that. And, she wasn't successful at it. And that wound up killing her. You need to just stay here just like everybody else. Stay here and retire from this corporation because you're just going to be wasting your time. Now, I could have chose to listen to that toxic person. I could have let her story about her sister not succeeding, her sister not losing her life, and all these things she was telling me to derail my dream. But instead, what I decided to do is I decided to choose resilience over her toxicity. And you know what has happened? I've had many failures in my business. I had many failures on YouTube. I've had many failures with books and speeches. But despite that, I am choosing to be resilient despite what toxic people say. And you're going to have to do the same thing with your dream. No matter what you're trying to do, you have to choose resilience over people's toxicity because they will always try to put their limitations on you. They're going to tell you cannot succeed. They're going to tell you you'll fail. They're going to tell you you're taking a major risk. And if you go after that, it's not going to work out the way you think. But you have to make up your mind that I am going to be resilient. I'm not going to adopt their toxicity. I'm going to let those toxic people keep their beliefs. I'm going to let those toxic people keep their limitations. And I'm going to go after my dream because their toxicity is not going to define me or my success. 3, choose resilience over fear. Listen, fear is very powerful. And the more power it gets, it's going to be determined on how much you feed it. When I was playing college basketball, my second year, something happened that I never thought would happen to me. I got cut from my college basketball team. And it was devastating. It wasn't just me. Several of my other teammates got cut as well. And I remember this one teammate that I had, we was real good friends. We talked all the time. We played the same position. And I remember looking at him and saying, hey, man, you going to try for the team again next year? He said, nah, man, I ain't doing it, man. I can't go through this again. And I remember when he said that, that feeling and those words were contagious, because I felt that way as well. I was afraid to actually go out for the team again because I fear I might get cut again. So I had to make a decision. Am I going to choose resilience or I'm going to choose fear? And I chose resilience. You see, that summer I worked on building my body. I went from lifting 135 pounds to almost 225. I worked on my jump shot. I worked on my basketball handles. And when that next year came up, I tried out for that team and I made my basketball team again. But my teammate that got cut with me, he chose not to be resilient. So therefore, he never played college basketball again. See, when you go after your dream, you're going to have those setbacks. You're going to have those disappointments. I can promise you. But you have to make a decision. Am I going to allow that setback, that disappointment to cause me to be resilient? Or am I going to allow that setback to cause me to be filled with the fear of failure? And I give up on the thing I want. See, if you want to build unshakable confidence, you have to choose resilience over fear. If you like this video, I want to ask you to like and share this video. Also hit that bell so anytime I post a new video, you are notified. Also want to ask you to join my Word to Be Great newsletter. And I'm going to give you my Word to Be Great self-discipline tool. This tool is the tool I've been using for about 10 years that will help you to hold yourself accountable day after day, week after week, so you can be resilient as you're going after your dream. So click the link below and join my Word to Be Great newsletter today.